you can't advise someone on how to drive because you'd be surprised when we both find each other at the same venue.
Yeah.
You can't tell someone how to drive. Hey, when Utagi went down, how say lago the clapping with us? You know what I'm saying? So with branding, the biggest mistake you can do is listen to people. With branding particularly, you know, I really mean it when I say you have to let the journey find you, because you cannot say to someone you're doing something wrong today. Like when I stopped rapping to do comedy, everyone told me it was wrong. Everyone. I mean, you're a close friend. You yourself questioned it. You know, like, are you sure? And that's the beauty of this journey, that you can't tell someone how to drive, bro. We'll just find each other at the same venue.
Oh yeah. Huh.
1 2 1 2
Huh.
1
So
2.
that can speak in water. Aye, guys, aye.
I think Jesus was light skinned.
Why?
Are we shooting us, man?
No, relax.
Because you said give me the mic.
No, mic test.
Oh, so you have a different opinion off camera and a different opinion on camera.
No, I'm just checking. I'm checking.
Hey, man.
I wasn't gonna fold. I think Jesus is light skinned. The reason why I say that, if you look at where he was operating when he was alive, and let me know if I'm whiling. I'm open to having discourse around this.
Okay.
He was Middle East ends, Israel, there, Jerusalem. He was in those ends. If you look at those people there,
Can I ask you why? Because you mentioned Israel. You think Israel is a place or is a people?
it's a place. It's a country, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a country.
Yeah, so Israel is a country, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But other than that, guys, welcome to Whatspoppin. You know, to boy. It's the Phiri. Where the beer.
Wait, have we started rolling?
Yeah.
What the?
And yeah, man, I'm chilling with Skyf. Yes, Kazi. What a way to start a show. Otherwise, guys, if you're the first time on the show, remember to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Don't forget that. And yeah, on my right hand side, I got my bro. I want him to introduce himself. You know what I'm saying? But I know that he raps.
Ayo, it's VERGE BEATZ, aka Verge. It's actually VERGE, aka VERGE BEATZ. Yeah, artist, musician, full-time sexy nigga, you know.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine, but
Say it again. The mic didn't get you. Just one more time.
Yeah, just even hold the mic.
what it do? My name is Verge, aka VERGE BEATZ, aka full-time sexy nigga.
Prove it.
Look at me. That's enough proof, bro.
So, where does the name Verge come from? Are you a virgin or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm a virgin. I've never had sex before. I'm waiting for marriage, saving myself. No, I'm joking. But the name comes from, I used to make beats. Well, I still do make beats. I started off making beats. And I just wanted like a really nice sounding name as a producer. There's no deep meaning behind this name, I'll be honest. And I was literally in the kitchen one morning making food for school. And I was like, Verge. Yeah. I was like, yeah. Verge. And then it went from there, bro.
Oh yeah? No way. I obviously have got Skyf for the
What's up,
second
bro?
time.
What's up?
Hey man.
What's up?
I'm good, dog. It's been a minute, hey?
It has.
I missed you, cuzzy.
I'm here, dog.
Oh,
in the flesh,
dog.
In the flesh.
Hey man. But then yeah, today I just want us to chop up like brands and like basically how you also have like enhanced your brand, dog, from where it was till now, because like it's not easy, and I don't think people understand that branding is not easy. So what does it take to build a brand? I'm gonna start on the right hand side.
No, start there by Skyf.
No, you can start there, brother.
Yeah.
Not unless you don't think you have a brand.
Come on.
Did I say that?
Oh, okay.
I think building a brand. It's like for me, I view it as having like different levels in terms of like social media presence, real life interactions as well. So even like on social media, and depending, I think on the lane you're in, there's different patterns that you need to adopt or subscribe to, I guess, in the sense of just having presence, and also depending on how you want to present yourself, like just having presence, being sure of what you want to do, what you're presenting, what you are representing as well, like what you're pushing.
Yeah.
So I think there's just that consistency, even like, and I think for me, especially, well, I'll speak from being an artist.
Yeah.
It's a thing of who do you want to be? What do you make music about? How do you dress? What spaces are you in? Who do you interact with? And then there's also that element of being true to yourself as well as a person, you know? Because I feel like people gravitate towards like authenticity and just like you just being you. Because people won't buy into something that you don't even believe in, you know?
Yeah.
You need to believe in it so that people believe in it. So
Yeah.
it's the thing of obviously being active on the socials, how you present yourself, the product that you do create and stuff like that. So that's on a wider scope. That's how I view it.
Okay. Yeah, Skyf?
Firstly, I just want to say I agree with my brother. But just like this, probably not to anyone over the age of 29. And I have advice for people over the age of 29, but just an honest opinion on how to approach the brand. You have to be very intentional from the get-go. When I say intentional, it might sound like a lot of things, but just one intention you have to have. Do I want to be here for today, or do I want to be here for the whole week? You understand? So the first intention with the Skyf brand was, how long do we want to last in South Africa?
Okay.
That's the first intention. I believe Stumo, when he was writing the show, he wanted it to last forever. I believe Umuzwez and Tizwa, when they were writing the show, they wanted it to last forever. So the intention is very important before the execution.
Okay.
So with the branding, tell yourself how long you want to be here for, and then the ideas, it sounds very cliche, but it has to find you. Coca-Cola didn't know Coca-Cola would work. That would be superstitious. Red Bull didn't know Red Bull would work. Nike didn't know Nike would work. It's a process. And you have to be okay with saying, tomorrow we're not Whatspoppin anymore, we're what's that? Because you're letting the process find you. You know, you're not saying, no, we said we're Whatspoppin and we're not gonna change that. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be okay with surrendering to the process, surrendering to saying publicly, guys, ngangirepha bafethu, ngangu-Saint Cloud. Sengu-Skyf manje, sengishaya amahlaya. Wena usuqale nini ukushaya comedy?
And yabahlekisa ngoku.
Ask, so Skyf, actually, I think you said something quite interesting. I just want to expand on it.
Yeah.
What do you think the balance is between being intentional about the brand and what you want to do, but also letting it find you? What's the balance? Because sometimes I feel like if you surrender into one or the other, it could probably not work. For example, if you're not intentional and you just lean to saying it's gonna find me, but it's like, dog, you need to take certain steps. So what do you think in your eyes the balance is between like being intentional but also having that balance of letting it find you?
There was something that you said to me when we were in the car. You said to me, which song do you think should go first? And I said something to you as a response. I said something along the lines of, you can't advise someone on how to drive because you'd be surprised when we both find each other at the same venue.
Yeah.
You can't tell someone how to drive. Hey, when Utagi, when Duan, how say la go clapping with us? You know what I'm saying? So with branding, the biggest mistake you can do is listen to people. With branding particularly, you know, I really mean it when I say you have to let the journey find you, because you cannot say to someone you're doing something wrong today. Like when I stopped rapping to do comedy, everyone told me it was wrong. Everyone. I mean, you're a close friend. You yourself questioned it. You know, like, are you sure? And that's the beauty of this journey, that you can't tell someone how to drive, bro. We'll just find each other at the same venue. So the best thing I can do for branding is tell you where the venue's at, but not tell you how to get there. Yeah.
So those are, I guess, those are the key aspects of how to build a brand, basically.
I wouldn't say they're the key aspects, but we're talking about just like the fundamentals, like on someone who just woke up today and said, what's the first thing I need? Well, the first thing you need is intention. Why do you want a brand? Is it because you saw Skyf yesterday on TikTok? Is it because the intention needs to really come alive? And then
how? Then how do you like sustain the brand? Let's say you found the brand, yes, intention, everything's correct. How do you sustain it, and how do you make it profitable?
How do you sustain? Oh, you're gonna start there?
Nah, do your thing.
Okay, I was gonna pose the same question to you. How do you sustain, or how do you maintain a relationship with a woman?
You say sorry.
You say you say you're wrong when you're not wrong. You find ways to always make her first and not you first. You find yourself thinking about her. And that's how you make a relationship work with the girl. So same thing with just branding. It's like whenever something goes wrong, it's not you, Skyf. I'm not doing enough homework. Whenever something goes wrong with the brand, I have to put it first. Like, hey, Skyf, there's a party going on. Hey guys, I can't tonight. I gotta kick it with Skyf. I gotta shoot some videos with Skyf. You know, I gotta tap. So essentially, like even any girl right now, that's why it's hard for me to pursue a relationship, because they understand that I love this thing more than them. I don't know if you get what I mean there.
Valid what he's saying. I get him. I think on my end, sustaining a brand, I think when you approach the craft in whatever industry or pocket you're in, it's a thing of, I think one, it's just always focusing on refining your product, and making it better, you know what I mean? Because you'll get to a point maybe where whatever it is you do, if you don't work on sharpening it or just investing in it more as a craft, you'll reach a ceiling, then people will get tired of it, you know what I'm saying?
Like how do you stay innovative?
You know what I mean? Like even look at, imagine if Apple stopped at the iPhone 3 and then they were just there. You know what I mean? They're always also evolving themselves, you know what I mean? They're like, okay, we're doing something right, but how can we get better? You know what I mean? I think that's, for me, how I view it is, that's one of the key things of just like, whatever it is, whatever your product is, whatever your craft is there, focus on sharpening that, how you get better. And I also do believe in having, because you can't listen to everyone. Everyone has their own opinions. Them and their mother and their cousin, everyone's got, different feelings. So it's like, you just also, I believe in just having like a solid unit, where in those moments where you're even questioning yourself or trying to maybe do something new, like, guys, check this, what's going on here, you know what I mean? And then getting feedback from that unit and then trusting what's said there. But in the same breath as well, also trusting your gut. Like, so even if I have something, I'm like, guys, what do you think about ABC? And niggas are like, Verge, this thing is squash, bro. But then if I still feel like, no, man, but there's something, I'll do it. If it falls flat on its face, it's a lesson. You know what I mean? But if it turns into a W, that's also a thing. So yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing is just refining the craft consistently.
Wait, I just wanted to add there, just the last point as well on the branding is that you have to better on your brand. We can spend 25 Rand on a quart of Black Label. If you take a trip to Small Street, one of the embroidery stores there, it costs 25 Rand to embroider on material. You understand? So it became a thing of 100 Rand goes from spending it on beers and weed to feeding this chick named Skyf. You understand? So you have to not be afraid to beja, and don't let no one tell you that we can't start this brand in Tanga because we don't have 10K. fam, like the brand starts at 100 Rand, the brand starts at 50 Rand. You can just you can buy a 10 Rand beanie and start. You can buy a sweatband, a wristband, whatever, but as little as you can start, and always betcha on the brand. Like the funny conversation we had now is the interesting thing you find over time is people would say, hey, can we buy it? It's because when people witness you love something, they want to also love it. So you gotta love the brand, dog. You gotta spoil the brand. You gotta take care of the brand, and then the people will be attracted to it even more.
Can I just also add to what you're saying? Because I think it's, and I'll obviously, because I'm in music, so I'll speak in relation to music. I think there's a very, especially in creative aspects, I feel like there's I think that a lot of people are starting out don't understand is, as you say, you need to invest in the brand. So, for example, as a musician, I make music. There's times where I may want to buy beats. But then if I talk to producers and he's like, okay, dog, I'll give you 2 beats for 1K or whatever. In someone's eyes, they'll be like, dog, no, I must pay 1K for this. But it's like, dog, this is what you want to do. You need to feed this thing that's going to, in turn, someday feed you back. You know? Because it's even like, imagine if Cotton On was like, now we must pay rent at a mall for this. It's like, dog, yes, because you're putting in something to get something back. You know what I mean? I think some people or there's a lot of misconceptions around like creators around like investing in your craft. Like, do it. It's like, as he's saying, even like the 100 Rands, those 50 Rands where you're just out doing things. In times, if you play your cards right, you can redirect and channel that energy financially into something else. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I view it.
Okay, cool. So, like, since you're in the music industry, how are you planning on sustaining Verge?
Bro, like for me, I'm in a space where
That's a good question.
I've learned a lot, but I also in the same breath, I'm still opening myself to learning more, to readjusting how I move. And even coming back to what I mentioned earlier, like I'm at a point now where I've got like a unit, like a core of people like who help me with this thing. Because I'm at a point as well where I just want to focus primarily on music. But it's great to have different energy around me, like I've got someone who manages me, I've got someone who also handles my marketing and stuff like that. Or like they'll give me perspective like, Verge, okay, you're dropping a single this day. I suggest maybe we do A, B, and C. What do you think? And, then we have that exchange, So I think with me sustaining myself, I've learned I needed to open up and hear from others, like, because I can't do this by myself. I'll be genuine, bro. And even if you look at like the biggest artists, they've got teams around them, bro. They're people who are road managers, they're people who are doing A, B, and C, people who are doing marketing, people, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think part of me sustaining Verge is also just allowing myself to let go and also trust and allow people who are better than me in certain things to do things, you know what I mean? Because I can't focus on the music, marketing, and everything at once. I can think about it, but I'd like to have someone in my corner who specializes in that. So it's also like knowing your strengths, knowing what you need, and getting the best people possible for that. So even when that's like sustaining even Verge in the long term, I'm looking at consistency. I haven't dropped in a while, especially like project wise. So this year it's something I'm working on, like being more consistent, being more present, just trying to gain people's trust, gain visibility, that sort of thing. So
How are you planning on doing that?
So I have these things. Well, there's different steps I'm taking. First step, I have these things called lyrical cardios on Instagram.
Okay.
So what it is essentially is I maybe record like a verse. It could be a 16. It could be a 32 bar, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so I do those things to just be active on social media, present myself, in a certain way, but then also following through with the music. Because even things like TikTok that I run, and I feel like obviously Skyf understands this way more than I do, especially in the TikTok lane. It's like there's just this thing of consistency and just being present, like and being in people's faces. You know what I mean? Because attention spans are also short. So yeah, so it's the lyrical cardio, it's just being more consistent musically, and even like opening myself up right now, like sitting down, like letting people hear from me outside of the music, like even sitting down having conversations with guys like you, just like opening myself out, being present, being in spaces with other creatives, just gaining knowledge, soaking it in, like being in it, you know. So yeah, like those are like the ways I'm looking at like expanding myself as well, you know. And I also think this year what I've learned is I've learned more to treat music like a business as well, like coming with more a business approach. And sometimes it doesn't even need to translate to like figures and numbers, but just like treating this like as I would treat any other business. You know what I mean?
I actually want to add there on something you just said, you know, about just understanding the part of the journey you're in now. And I wanted to add that just because now this is public, you know, they have an audience as well, just so you can give them more context, the youngins who might be listening.
Yeah.
You know, that like you're saying right now, you're mentioning that you're doing this now where you're trying to be more outside, telling your story. Just like, you know, like we spoke already, I've been here with Whatspoppin before, telling my story as well. And I think just for you and other artists, like the most important thing they need to understand about Josie is about being outside.
Yeah.
When you're an artist,
Yeah.
you gotta be outside, bro. You gotta be in Maboneng corners. You gotta be in Auckland corners, Melville corners, Pretoria corners, Rosebank, every fucking corner that Josie has to offer, you have to have told your story. And before you know it, they come together, all these corners, and agree on one story. Like, hey, I also know him.
Yeah.
He's been this side. You know, so it's admirable that you're trying something new. You're stepping out of that space. I think I want to throw it to you, Phiri. You asked that next question. Oh, I was about to throw it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, you go. Next question.
Oh,
man.
you want me to ask you the next question?
Yeah, boy, we
Oh,
here. We here.
yeah. Okay, cool. But like, what I just wanted to add on, basically, it's not like even a question. It's like what you've said about like, especially since you're in the hip hop scene, like you have to look at the hip hop landmarks in Jozi. Like, so first hip hop landmark culture in Jozi, it's Brown. I mean, the coilers blew up in Brown, basically. You understand?
Hey, I'll argue that fact. If the first hip hop landmark in Jersey is Bramfontein, no.
Like Poppy.
No.
Okay,
and
which
and
one
I'm
is
gonna correct the statement. Bramfontein is student central. Maboneng is music central. Fam, I arrived. My story is documented. I'm not a fake, fam. 2000.
Obviously you're not a fake, but like, okay.
Hear me out.
Okay,
Hear me out.
Give
Hear me out.
me one artist that comes from Maoni.
No. Before we say give you one artist that comes from Maboneng, give me one student environment across South Africa that has produced artists. Student environment. That's why we don't say Bramfontein is a music hub. It's where you take the talent. But the hub of music is in Maboneng, fam.
Okay.
Who agrees with that? Thank you. Thank you, my brother. That is the music hub. There's no student environment across South Africa that is given birth to artists. Aries didn't come from a student environment. Nasty C didn't come from a student environment. MT, Questa. Can we go on? Casper, can we go on? If you're gonna use a reference of the Quellas, we love the boys. They're from home, but they weren't born in Bramfontein.
Yeah, obviously.
Their movement caught more hype when they landed in Bramfontein.
Yeah.
So that ain't the music hub, fam.
Okay, I think maybe I misinterpreted it. Like what I was trying to say is that a landmark whereby at this point in time people are trending. Like there's a lot of trends. It's in Brown. Especially also music wise. Because like I don't know of any trends that I don't know of any people that popped from Maboneng.
Skyf, your loss.
But obviously you're a comedian.
Skyf,
now,
but we're talking. But wait, we're being non-subjective.
Okay.
Like we're misleading the public if we're saying you only pop in Bramfontein. That's dangerous, fam.
Okay, cool.
That's dangerous. And I say that I started in Elof Street. I spent 2 years in Maboneng. I'm in North Riding. I didn't get any success or fame from Bramfontein. It's a misconception to think that the youngins have to go through Bramfontein. You have to be accepted by students. That's a lie.
Okay, so what are you guys thinking brands are doing wrong nowadays?
I don't think the Bruins are doing anything wrong. I think they're struggling to find their authenticity. They're not doing anything wrong. You know, it's hard to find yourself. I think it's just they're struggling to find it. I also struggled, fam. I don't want to disclose my age, but I found myself late, dog.
He's 37.
You lie. 37, poison. Are you serious?
He's lying. I'm 35.
Oh, okay. Happy. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, like, gents, like, in terms of like the youth nowadays, like, what would you say is one thing that we lack in terms of brands and in terms of movement in this day and age?
Creativity, authenticity, originality. We've got too many people who turn on cameras and are worried about looking good in front of the camera instead of entertaining. The reason why Umuzwenties or lives on forever is because none of those men were trying to look beautiful on camera. The reason why Dumo is a comedic genius and a legend in South Africa is he never once tried to look good on camera. And the idea of Connie Ferguson as well, why we also respect her in this field, as much as she's not a comedian, Connie Ferguson, if you've watched Rockville, if you've watched her full catalog, she's played a domestic worker, she's played a rich businesswoman, she's played the idiot woman they cheat on, she's played every role. So what I'm trying to say is she wasn't obsessed with looking good in the roles she played, and that's what entertainment is about. You gotta entertain first before you look good. And I think that's what I would stress the youth on. Like, bro, all these girls will like you when you're up.
Remember to like, subscribe, share, do whatever. Yeah, we're out. We're not out. Or you wanna add something?
Bro, you asked 2 questions, literally.
Yeah, because the bros are saying like it's 5 minutes left. That's the thing.
clap.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Clap, bro.
Oh, the shop.
Bro.
Yeah. Because I wanted to continue, but I'm like, yeah.
How long was it?
How long was it? Emo, how long?
20, 25.
Actually, it's short.